We spend much more time driving forward than we do in reverse, and backing up can feel awkward and less intuitive. Surprisingly, even though it accounts for less than 5% of our time driving, it's responsible for the majority of collisions. Backing can be tricky, and even the most experienced drivers need to be careful. Our vehicles are heavy. They don't stop on a dime, and when they hit something, you may not even feel it, and the outcomes can be, well, severe. As you can see, backing can be a real problem. To raise awareness around backing, we brought together real employees to participate in a test of knowledge and skill with the hope that their experience will help you avoid being the next backing accident.
Welcome to Back Off, the game show that tests your knowledge and skills on backing. I'm your host, Kevin. Let's meet our contestants.
Meet Matt, a ground hand from Garner, North Carolina. Dez, a foreman from Asheboro, North Carolina. And Juan, a foreman from Garner, North Carolina, who have joined us to test their knowledge of one of the biggest challenges we face on the roadway. Here are the rules. Each correct answer earns a point, but you lose a point for every wrong answer. The player with the most points wins.
All right, let's get started. First question. What is the best way to avoid a backing collision? Juan.
Avoid backing?
Great answer. If you have to park, what is the most preferred parking option?
Backing up.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's the wrong answer. Dez.
I have no idea.
The correct answer is pull through parking. You should always pull straight directly through if you can. Finish this sentence. You should choose a parking spot so that when you leave, your first move is
Forward.
You got it. If pull through parking is not available, what is the next best parking choice? Juan.
Backing?
You've got it.
Indeed, Kevin, it's no surprise that the number one way to avoid a backing collision is not to back up at all. When choosing a parking space, your first choice should always be pull-through parking. This avoids backing and sets you up for a first move forward, which allows you to see vehicles, pedestrians, or other hazards in the area as you leave. What if pull-through parking is not an option? When faced with a decision to back in or back out, the right choice is almost always to back in. This allows you to make your first move forward.
Welcome back. This next segment is called Back It Up, where we ask questions related to video footage of backing collisions. Looking at the video, what could the driver have done differently? Juan.
The driver could have gotten out of the vehicle and checked for their blind spots?
That's correct. What alternative path could the driver have taken? Matthew.
He could have gone straight,
You are very close. Could you elaborate just a little bit?
go around the block and look for a safe place to turn.
That's right. Looking at the video, no spotter was available. What parking choice would have prevented this collision? Dez?
Instead of reversing, he could have gone forward.
Good stuff.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Today's episode of Back Off is brought to you by the Hip Hinge. Hip Hinge, it's got your back.
This next segment is called Spot On, where you test your knowledge around spotting. Demonstrate the spotter hand signal for stop. Dez? That's right. Demonstrate the spotter hand signal for continue backing. Dez? Correct. What should the driver do if they lose sight of their spotter? Juan.
Stop the vehicle and get out and look for the spotter.
Good stuff. They should stop immediately. If you're forced to back up without a spotter and there's a blind spot, what should you do? Matthew?
Look for a spotter or get off the car.
That's right.
That's right, Matthew. Preventing backing collisions is a team effort. Whenever you need to back up, you should always find a spotter. The spotter provides a second set of eyes to guide you into position safely. Using the proper hand signals for keep coming, turn left, turn right, distance to stop, and emergency stop. And if nobody is available to spot for you, always get out and take a look to make sure no one or nothing will be in your path. Back to you, Kev.
All right, everyone. That sound means we're out of time. The winner of today's episode of Back Off is Juan. Woo! Congratulations, Juan. That's it for today's episode. We'd like to thank our contestants and thank you for watching. And the next time you think about reversing, you might just need to back off.
Headway. It's how we do safety differently.